HarperCollins and Harper Audio present The Secret of Glendunny, The Haunting, by Kathryn Lasky, performed by James Fouhey. To my grandchildren, Luella, Dashiell, and Darrell, with love from Bama. We fled this land in the year of 1540, from great Foster's England, during the reign of King Henry VIII, for a simple reason. He had wreaked slaughter on our species with his unbound appetite for castor meat and castor fur. We were determined to seek a place where no human could harm us, and that place would remain secret. It would be the secret of the castors. As it was written in the Book of Castors, from the Castor Aquarius of Glendunny, in the year 1640, in celebration of the centennial of the vast pond of Glendunny. Prologue. The Blood Moon. And it came to pass, in the time when the shadow of the earth slides across the moon, and the moon appears to bleed red light, yes, in that time, a young beaver kid stirred in his sleep. Deep in his lodge, he heard in his dreams a strange new noise. It was not the watery sound of the currents passing slowly through the dam, nor was it the explosive tail-slap of a beaver fracturing the silence of this pond. It was, in fact, a waterless sound, dry, scraping, and urgent. Dunwaddle's eyes flew open. "This is not a dream. This is real." But real what? The dry, splintering noise seemed to echo in his ears. Then before him, on the lovely soft pile of shredded bark that was his bed, something white, as white as the birch bark, began to move. There was a rustling, then a low gasping followed by the dry sound. Bones! Bones like ones he had never before seen. They were not animal, neither weasels nor beavers nor dreaded lynx. These were long bones for standing upright, and this thing was standing right at the end of his bed of shredded birch bark. A 2 legs! Impossible! Time slowed. A strange paralysis overtook poor Dunwaddle. He simply could not move. He would not move. He could not scream. He could not even blink. But then he did. Blasted from his soft bed by fear, he hurled himself into the underwater tunnel and out into the stillness of the pond. He swam through the dark, murky waters as long as he could while holding his breath, which was a long time. And then he surfaced, cutting through a tangle of elodea weed. Away! Away! That was all he could think as he swam furiously toward a dam, any dam. Chapter 1. First Swan. Elsinore, the mute swan of the Glendunny beaver pond, looked down from her perch atop the roof of the royal lodge of the Grand Aquarius, the commander-in-chief of the castors and this pond. She saw stirrings beneath the carpet of the pond's elodea weed. "By my feathers, some one swimming in my soup," she thought, for indeed it was a delicious variety of algae that was beginning to bloom this time of year, and she didn't relish anyone tearing it apart. It lost its taste when torn. The swans called this particular kind of weed water moss, for it was slightly spongy and very succulent. But the carpet needed to be left undisturbed through the blood moon to attain its maximum succulence.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?